General Hospital spoilers reveal that Kristina is increasingly losing control, and this is making everything worse than ever. After the heartbreaking death of Sam, Kristina seems to be spiraling into panic, no longer able to maintain her calm and rationale. Her actions have become more extreme and dangerous, creating a chain of chaotic events that no one could have foreseen. Kristina is haunted by her loss, and in her grief, she begins to engage in violent, deadly behavior, making those around her fear for both her safety and theirs. Sam's death was not just a shock, but the catalyst for Kristina's uncontrollable actions, plunging the situation into an even more complicated and dramatic scenario. Kristina continues to be deeply affected, even though her mother Alexis has been freed. However, the fact that Sonny remains in prison only worsens Kristina's fragile mental state. The pain of losing Sam, combined with her father's incarceration, has thrown Kristina into chaos, making her actions increasingly uncontrollable and beyond anyone's grasp. While Alexis tries to restore some normalcy to her life, Kristina sinks deeper into her obsessions and sense of injustice. She seems to be seeking solutions through reckless actions, indifferent to the consequences. Thus, Kristina's story needs further expansion, not only on the psychological impact but also on how she copes with the circumstances and the potential dangers she poses to those around her. With Sonny imprisoned, no one has the strength or influence to control Kristina. Her mental state becomes increasingly unstable after Sam's death and her father's absence. Kristina's reckless, even dangerous actions have caused the family immense concern, but they don't know how to stop her. Despite Alexis being free, she is powerless to bring Kristina back in line. Kristina relentlessly tries to destroy everything around her, hurting herself and her loved ones in the process. Michael, watching his sister gradually lose control, turns to Jason and Carly for help. He knows that only they are strong and determined enough to handle the situation. Carly, too, recognizes the potential threat Kristina poses, while Jason understands that if they don't act quickly, Kristina could cause catastrophic consequences. In a desperate move, they decide to temporarily lock Kristina in a secret room. They believe this is the only way to protect her from herself and to prevent her from harming others. The room is hidden, known only to them, and Kristina is held there with the hope that this isolation will help her calm down and regain control of her emotions. However, this decision is not without its difficulties. Michael feels guilty for treating his sister this way, but he knows it's necessary to protect her. Carly, despite her tough exterior, is worried that when Kristina realizes she's been imprisoned, she will react even more extremely. Jason, always calm, knows this is only a temporary solution. They need to find another way to help Kristina through this phase, but time is running out. As Kristina begins to realize that she's been confined, her anger and panic erupt violently. She feels betrayed by those she trusted most. No longer just a girl losing control, Kristina could become a real danger to herself and others if she doesn't get help in time. Michael, Jason, and Carly's decision to lock her up is increasingly fraught with complications, and they must face the consequences of their actions while finding a way to resolve the problem before it's too late. In her desperation and loss of control, Kristina decided to flee Port Charles, leaving behind everything her family and friends had tried to do to help her. This act not only sent Carly and Michael into a state of panic, but also forced them to confront their worst fears about Kristina's safety. She found her way to Blaze, a dangerous and unfamiliar place for her, where no one could track or help her. Carly, already under immense stress from the ongoing family crises, was shocked to hear that Kristina had disappeared. She understood that Kristina's unstable mental state, combined with the pain of Sam's death and Sonny's absence, could push her to make reckless decisions. Carly couldn't believe how quickly everything spiraled out of control. Michael, who had tried his best to protect his sister, was now left stunned by the news of her escape. They were not only worried about Kristina's safety, but also aware that her actions could put her and others in danger. Blaze was no place for Kristina in her current state, and Carly and Michael were desperately searching for any clues to her whereabouts before things got worse. As they organized the search, fear and anxiety gripped the entire family. realizing that Kristina was heading down a path that could lead to an unforeseen tragedy. Panic spread as Carly and Michael reached out to anyone who could help, including Jason and Dante. But time was not on their side. Carly knew that Kristina, in her vulnerable mental state, could make sudden and dangerous decisions. Michael, in his desperation, blamed himself for not stopping Kristina before she fled. They both understood that if they didn't find her in time, the consequences could be something they could never undo.